While I'm at it, I just want to talk a little bit about a question that was posed to me by Autumn Starmoon, my year and a day teacher. The question she posed to me was, "Who am I?" And while to some of you that might seem like a really simple question, you might be an athlete, or you're a reader, or you're a nerd, or geek, or, you can be any number of things. But I really struggled with this question for a while, and I realized that there's no good time to answer it. My biggest problem with, and this is a side rant, was that I was always waiting for something, and I think that's what kept me from practicing for the last 10 years, was that I was waiting for a big life-changing event to occur, and I was always making little excuses, like, oh, I'm tired, or oh, I have roommates, I couldn't possibly, practice, or oh, well, it's cold outside right now, we have probably 1.5 feet of snow on the ground, and the last thing that I want to do is go outside and start my moon challenge. But just hundreds of little reasons why I couldn't do this, why I couldn't be a part of this religion, even though I crave it and I want it so badly. And I just kind of figured out tonight when I was reading the DJ Conway introduction was that there is no right time to do this. There's no right time to start your life, to make a change. The big change that I was waiting for is happening to me now because I'm making a change. It's not because, I'm out of college. Well, actually, I think it's partly because I'm out of college because, I can light candles and I have more free time and I'm by myself a little bit more. But I think those are just bonuses. I could practice in front of other people, or at least, privately in the same house with people. I don't have to light a candle. There's tons of other ways that you can practice. I highly recommend, I think it's Deborah Blake, does Witchcraft on a Shoestring, and in that book she makes a list of 50 things that you can do to practice for free, and I thought that was a really beneficial list and a really important staple in any witch's practice, so I highly recommend you guys check it out. Anyway, off the side rant. So who am I? I am Brittany. I'm 22 years old. I am currently a recent graduate from a university for library science, and I am working in a library. I craft. I love to, get my hands dirty with anything. I love making candles. I just made a wreath yesterday for my Etsy shop, and I'm hoping to get that video posted soon. I love to read. I'm a voracious reader. I love being nerdy in every sense of the word. I love playing games, be they like tabletop or video games. I love learning about science, and I love experimenting with things, which is funny because the one thing that I don't experiment with is my religion. And that's something that I'm trying to work to change. But I'm a loyal friend. I'm a sister. I'm a daughter. I am a girlfriend. But there's a lot of things that I want to be that I don't feel like I am right now. I want to be a homesteader. It's a huge, goal of mine to live self-sustaining off the land, similar to our ancestors did, but I don't think I can live without electricity, at least at this point in my thought process, but I'm slowly, moving away from things like a washer and dryer and doing dishes by hand and, learning to make my own soaps and, toiletries and things like that. I want to have a farm with tons of animals, a huge amount of, goats and chickens, and a huge herb garden. That is my passion. I want to live yoga for the rest of my life, the philosophy, the physical practice of it. I want to be a yogi forever. I hope that that's something that I can really, start getting actively involved in. I'm still actually really sore because I started this program called Yogalosophy, and I highly recommend it. It's a great, 28-day transformation program, but I am so sore from it. I can't even begin to tell you how sore I am. I wake up in the morning and my abs just hurt, but I feel so good. It feels totally worth it. I want to be paleo because it's going to help me with my homesteading and my sustainable life, and it's going to reduce the amount of sugar. Oh, that's another thing. I'm gluten intolerant. I've never been diagnosed with celiacs, but I have a severe gluten allergy. I'm also lactose intolerant. What else? Oh, I collect comic books. I am, like I said, a huge nerd. I love comic book conventions. I love illustrator conventions. I love everything that has to do with that lifestyle. I want to be a longboarder. It's one of my major dreams, but I'm afraid of falling. And I was watching, the Olympics are starting, I think, like a week from now. And I was watching one of the videos on how to train an Olympian, and it was just a bunch of pictures of skiers and skaters and, everybody falling on their butts, and they were telling you, like, it's okay, you can fall. And I've heard tons of people say this before, but hearing an Olympian say it, somebody who does it and is, about to win, like, a gold medal for it, telling you that it's okay to fall, just kind of made me want to, get back up on my board and try again. Let me see. What else am I? I would really love to consider myself a pagan, and not just because I've read tons of these books, but because I live it day to day. What else? I want to develop my psychic abilities, and one of the things that Autumn Starmoon told me when we were having the initial conversation about who I was and who I want to be, she basically told me that the first step to manifesting anything, be it a spell or, change in your life, anything, is that you have to believe wholeheartedly that you already are whatever you're dreaming. And that just really hit home to me because I want to achieve my dreams. I think everybody wants to achieve their dreams. It's the whole reason why we have dreams, something to chase, something to, grab and hold on to. It kind of struck me as odd at first because I didn't think that I was a homesteader. I don't have chickens, I don't have goats, I don't live a homesteading lifestyle. But then it was like the very next week I got up and I, just did little small things, like started doing my dishes by hand because it's one of the things that I want to do in my everyday life as a homesteader. I made laundry detergent and fabric softener by hand. I looked into getting washing and drying equipment to do it by hand. It's this little plunger thing. It's really actually kind of awesome, and I'll probably do a demonstration on it when I get it. But I started making all of these little changes in my life, and I realized, you know what? I'm one step closer to being a homesteader. I decided I want to be a yogi, and the next day I got up and I did yoga. And I started seeing all of these transformations happen in my life, and these are the transformations that I've been talking about in a few of my videos now, and I can't even find the words to describe how blessed I feel. So that's who I am, and it will probably change by probably even a month from now. I'm constantly changing, but that's all for now. Okay? Bye. Blessed be.